You know, I've always kind of stood out for good and bad reasons, I guess. For me, they were always good reasons. I grew up on a dirt road in a small community. I learned how to occupy myself really quickly in life through art, through creativity. It was really hard trying to figure myself out, who I was on the inside, who I wanted to be on the outside. All I knew was that I needed to do something creative. I felt like cosmetology would be a really good choice, and it was offered at my
Please be seated. Well, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Lech Krzywonos, and I'm the principal of our Truro campus. As we begin today's ceremony, I would like to first acknowledge that we are in Mi'kma'ki, the ancestral and unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. Welcome to our graduates and those who have gathered here today and via live streaming to celebrate and honor your achievements. In case any friends or family who are not able to be with us today, the ceremony will be available at a later time on NSCC's YouTube channel. And graduates, out of respect for your fellow colleagues, would you please remain in your seats until the conclusion of our ceremony? Before we proceed with the exciting stuff, I want to take this opportunity to thank a number of folks who have really made this occasion special. Dr. Bishop, who led our procession, the Iron Tide Singers for providing drumming to greet our guests, and the NSCC Jazz Ensemble, who will also be entertaining during our reception after the ceremony. Thank you for sharing your talent and adding a special touch to our celebration. Ladies and gentlemen, I now have the honor of introducing our stage guests. Please hold your applause until everyone has been introduced. And I will start with the back row. So in the back, we have Jill Provo, Dean, School of Access and Flexible Learning. Margaret Champion, Dean, School of Health and Human Services. Ian McLeod, Dean of IT and Creative Industries. And Elizabeth Yo, Director of Student Services. Christine Arsenault, Director of Enrollment and Registrar. Kelly Ryan Connolly, Assistant Registrar. Ann Walker, Manager of Student Services. In the front, Rosalind Penfound, Vice President of Organizational Development. Catherine McLean, Vice President of Campuses and Communities. Anna Burke, Vice President Academic. And Dylan Thompson McKay, our alumni representative. Chief Michael Sack from Sabaganagadi. And Chief Robert Glode from Millbrook First Nation. A college president, Don Bureau. Lenore Zan, MLA, Colchester, Truro, Bible Hill, and Millbrook, and Salmon River. Vicki McKinnon, Academic Chair for the School of Health and Human Services. And Karen Gillespie, Academic Chair for IT, Creative Industries, and Business. Now you can applaud. Thank you. We also have very special guests in our reserved seating, just to my left here, and I would like to take a moment to acknowledge them. They are family members of our award recipients, community partners, and special guests. Thank you for all of your ongoing support each year to make our college what it is. At this time also, I would like to thank our student leadership on campus who have played a critical role in the role of student life on campus. If they are in the room with us right now, I'd like to ask Mike Pinkney, our Student Association President, to stand, and the executive of the Student Association to please stand and be acknowledged. Thank you so much. Faculty and staff, please stand for a moment. Standing before you, ladies and gentlemen, is a group of employees second to none in this province. They're experts in their field, they're generous with their knowledge and their time, and they're passionate about our students' success. Please take a moment to thank these extraordinary colleagues. Thank you. This year, we regretfully say goodbye to 4 incredible of those colleagues as they transition to a new chapter in their lives as they move into retirement. And those colleagues are Debbie Black, our Campus Employee Service Advisor, Shelley Power from Accounts Receivable, Wendy Jagger from our campus bookstore, and Debbie Walker, our Assistant Registrar. These folks have given a lifetime of service to our students, and through their roles, contributed significantly in building our amazing campus community. Please take a moment and give them a round of applause. Graduates, this year, I'm thrilled to introduce you to Larissa Campbell, who is a Truro Campus Accounting alumni, and she will join us here today to present you with your alumni pin and welcome you to the NSCC alumni. She will have a pin for you after you receive your diploma as you shake hands with the faculty on the way through the stage. So thank you for joining us, Larissa. Now it's my pleasure to hand the microphone over and introduce you to Chief Bob Glode from Millbrook First Nation, who will bring greetings on behalf of Millbrook. Chief Glode.
Gwe, good luck with this translation. Gwe, well dalsi begidayo, well yomen, megiomen, migmagi. Delawizin sagamau, Bob Glode wegopegowit. Good afternoon, everyone, and each and every one of you. Welcome here today to the unceded Mi'kmaq territory of the Mi'kmaq people in our ancestral territory. It's an honor and a privilege to be here, and it's an even bigger honor to stand here and watch your accomplishments as you walk across the stage and receive your certificates and your diplomas for your hard work and your dedication over these last few years as you are acknowledged for your success. Congratulations and thank you.
Thank you so much, Chief Glode. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Ms. Lenore Zan, our MLA for Truro, Babel Hill, Salmon River, and Millbrook.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And welcome. Welcome to Truro. It's great to see the turnout. I just want to say to the graduates, congratulations on all your hard work. And to your parents and your friends and support systems, thank you as well for helping them along their journey of learning. As the NDP spokesperson for post-secondary education, I have to say with passion how important it is to have accessible learning for these years and actually all our lives from the beginning right through till we're older. And I support highly what the Nova Scotia Community College is doing right across this province. They do such amazing work with people of all ages. And I want to say congratulations to Don Biro and to Lek and to our staff. Thank you so much for all the wonderful work you do. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. San. And now, please give a warm welcome to our college president, Don Biro, who will deliver our convocation address.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you, Lek. It's truly an honor for me to be standing on this stage this afternoon to address the graduating class of 2018. And in a moment, I'll have the privilege of presenting to you your certificate or your diploma. But before I do, I want to share a few words with you on the topic of impact, and in particular, the topic of having a positive impact on others. And I want to begin by sharing a very, very humbling story with you. You see, a few years ago when I first became president, I traveled to the U.S. to attend a large international conference for educators. At this conference, there were thousands of delegates from around the world. And on the first morning, I went down to the large conference hall to have my breakfast. In this conference hall, there were hundreds and hundreds of round tables, each with a beautiful white tablecloth on them. Each table had 8 chairs. I got my breakfast from the buffet, and I went into the ballroom. I sat at an empty table to enjoy my breakfast. Well, after a few minutes, a gentleman asked if he could join me at my table. And I said, yes, of course, please sit with me. And as he sat down, I noticed that his zipper was down. Well, I thought to myself, how do I handle this one? He was a complete stranger, and I didn't know how quite to approach this particular topic. Well, after a few minutes, the table began to fill up with other people at the conference. At that point, I thought I'd lost my chance for sure to save this poor man hours of embarrassment throughout the day. And then it dawned on me. I came up with what I thought was a brilliant idea. I said to myself I'd write this gentleman a note. So I proceeded to get my pen out, but I quickly realized I didn't have a piece of paper. And then I realized that around my neck was a little plastic holder with my name tag in it. So I took my name tag out under the table so nobody could see what I was doing. And I very discreetly and quietly wrote on the back of my name tag, I wrote in big letters, "Your zipper is down." I folded it and I handed it to the gentleman. He was surprised to be getting a note from me, but when he opened it, he gave me a very quiet nod of appreciation. He corrected his situation, and he returned the note back to me. Below the table, where no one could see what I was doing, I very quietly put the note back into the plastic holder. Oh, it gets better. Just wait a minute. So I'm sitting there thinking, boy, I must be the best person on the face of the earth right now. I'm such a wonderful man. I saved this poor gentleman all these hours of embarrassment. I was feeling pretty proud. Well, after breakfast, there was a networking session, a 30-minute networking session before the first keynote speaker was to begin. So off I went into the networking session. I went up to the first person I met, put my hand out to shake his hand. He took one look at me, shook my hand, and quickly walked away. And this happened over and over and over again. I was there thinking, my goodness, people at this conference are not very friendly. Well, just before the first keynote speaker was to begin, I ran into the men's room. As I stood at the mirror, I looked at myself, and sure enough, in big letters, my name tag was in backwards. And I had spent the last half hour telling everybody I had met that their zipper was down. Well, I was mortified. All I wanted to do was to go back to my hotel room and hide. In fact, I wanted to hop on an airplane and come back to Nova Scotia. But I knew I couldn't do that, so completely and totally embarrassed, I went to the first keynote speaker. My head was down. I sat at the back of the room with my name tag in my pocket, and I prayed that no one would recognize me. Well, the first speaker that morning was a wounded veteran from the Afghanistan war. He had lost one leg, he had lost a hand, and he was blinded as a result of his military vehicle striking a landmine. And his speech that morning was on the topic of having a positive impact on others. He was an incredibly gifted and inspirational speaker, and he explained how his life work was now focused on helping others. As part of his speech, he said, by the time you finish grade primary, you'll already know many of the things that are required to have a successful life and to have a positive impact on others. In particular, he said, you'll know how to share, how to be kind, how to use your imagination, and how not to take yourself too seriously. Well, as I sat there and listened to this hero's stories of how he was helping others, I quickly became embarrassed for myself for a whole different reason. In fact, I was a little bit angry at myself because that morning I forgot one of the golden rules of always taking your work seriously, but never yourself. So I took my name tag out, put it back around my neck. And you know, I was recently reminded of that story as I had a chance to meet a Canadian hero who embodies many of these same learnings. Because this past year, NSCC was chosen by the Rick Hansen Foundation to be only the second college in Canada to be a training partner. Many of you know that Rick Hansen was born in British Columbia. And as a young, able-bodied athlete, he won all-star awards in 5 different sports. However, at the age of 15, while hitchhiking with his best friend, a gentleman in a half-ton truck picked them up and said, "Boys, hop in the back of the truck." So they jumped in the box, and away they went. And 5 minutes later, they were involved in a very serious car accident. Rick was thrown from the back of the truck, suffered a spinal cord injury, and was paralyzed from the waist down. But this adversity did not hold Rick back. He became the first student in a wheelchair to graduate from the University of British Columbia with a physical education degree. And he went on to be a Paralympian, winning 6 medals, including 3 gold. In 1985, Rick embarked on his Man in Motion World Tour, where over a period of 26 months, he wheelchaired over 40,000 kilometers through 34 countries before wheelchairing across Canada. And as he trekked through many of the poor countries in the world, he was inspired to continue his work to have a positive impact on others, because in some of these countries, the definition of a wheelchair is a piece of plywood with skateboard wheels attached to the bottom, upon which people with disabilities sit and pull themselves around. When Rick returned to Vancouver, he had raised over $26 million for spinal cord research. And like Terry Fox, Rick is hailed as an international hero, and he has had a positive impact on thousands and thousands of individuals. So to be selected as only the second college in Canada to partner with the Rick Hansen Foundation is critically important to the Nova Scotia Community College. Because at our core, we strive to be an accessible post-secondary institution as a way to help our students overcome all types of adversity. And as an accessible college, our incredible faculty and staff come to work every day to meet our students where they are in terms of their learning and to help reduce all barriers to success. So to that end, as a college, a couple of years ago, we launched a major fundraising campaign to raise $25 million to have a positive impact on our students and to help them overcome barriers. And to date, I'm very proud to say that we've raised over $24 million. Yes. And a key group of contributors to that success has been you, our graduates, because your student associations have committed $500,000 over the next 5 years to the campaign on behalf of each and every one of you. And I think that deserves a huge round of applause. Thank you very much. Graduates, please know that your very generous legacy gift will make a significant difference in the lives of those students who come behind you for many, many years to come, as it will make their education even more accessible. As we look to the future, our ask of you is simple. Please never stop using your education and the many gifts that you have to have a positive impact on those facing adversity in any form as they try to access a better life. As I think about being kind and helping others, graduates, whether they are family, friends, amazing NSCC faculty and staff, there are people who are joining us this afternoon who have had a positive impact on you while you've completed your studies. So I have one final assignment for you before you officially complete your program. Graduates, I want you to think for a moment of that person or persons who are joining us this afternoon who has had a positive impact on you, has been a big part of your success. And I ask you to think of that for a minute because we have a tradition at NSCC, a tradition where I ask the graduating class to stand up and as your final assignment, give a wave of appreciation to somebody in the audience as a way to say thank you for their positive impact on you. So graduates, please stand and give a wave of appreciation to someone in the room as a way to say thank you. Thank you very much. I would say you deserve an A+ for your final assignment, so you now can officially graduate. Congratulations. And before I conclude, there's one other important group of individuals joining us this afternoon. For decades, our alumni have been driven by a passion to find ways to have a positive impact in their communities and have made better lives more accessible to those around them. So I want to now recognize our alumni who are joining us. If you are a past graduate of NSCC or any of our predecessor institutions or schools, or are a graduate of CCEDP, and graduates look around the room when I say this, would you now please stand? Thank you. Thank you, alumni, for being such wonderful ambassadors for NSCC. So in conclusion, graduates, I want you to promise me that after walking across the stage this afternoon, that you would please commit to the following. First, if you ever use your name tag to tell someone their zipper is down, put it back the right way. Number one. Number two, please never take yourself too seriously as you pay forward the many gifts and abilities that you have to help others. And third, please be very, very proud of the positive impact that you will have for future students attending NSCC. Again, congratulations. Thank you for choosing NSCC. And in a phrase, you simply rock. Great job. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Vicki McKinnon, and I am the Academic Chair for the School of Health and Human Services. Mr. President, I present to you the following candidates who have completed all the requirements for credentials in the School of Health and Human Services. Mr. President, the candidates for the Certificate in Continuing Care. Nicole Ackart, with honors. Desiree Anderson, with honors. Amelia Ascott, with honors. Laura Barley, with honors. Laura is also receiving a Nova Scotia High School graduation diploma for adults. Natasha Brown with honors. Natasha is also receiving a Nova Scotia High School graduation diploma for adults. Renee Bursey with honors. Stephanie Chapman with honors. Stephanie is also receiving a Nova Scotia High School graduation diploma for adults. Nancy Davis. Nancy is also receiving a Nova Scotia High School graduation diploma for adults. Deanna Densmore with honors. Caitlin Donovan. Shelley Doucette with honors. Erica Haynes. Erica is also receiving a Nova Scotia High School graduation diploma for adults. Caitlin Hill. Kelsey Hines with honors. Justina Howell with honors. Lisa Hunt. Peace Ikpama with honors. Brian Johnson. Brian is also receiving a high school graduation diploma for adults. Jamie Johnston with honors. Jamie is also receiving a Nova Scotia High School graduation diploma for adults. Deanna Langell with honors. Brenda Latty with honors. Brenda is also receiving a Nova Scotia High School graduation diploma for adults. Lindsay Lyons with honors. Lindsay is also receiving a Nova Scotia High School graduation diploma for adults. Alicia McDonald. Nikki McGregor with honors. Emily McKay with honors. Veronica McLeod. Helen McAleary. Raquel McKay. Kendra Morris with honors. Jessica Murphy. Emily Northup with honors. Vera Patterson. Caitlin Pitts with honors. Caitlin is also receiving a Nova Scotia High School graduation diploma for adults. Tammy Reed with honors. Tammy is also receiving a Nova Scotia High School graduation diploma for adults. Danette Richard. Danette is also receiving a Nova Scotia High School graduation diploma for adults. Jordan Robertson with honors. Cheyenne Ross with honors. Danielle Stevens. Jessica Weatherby with honors. Jessica is also receiving a Nova Scotia High School graduation diploma for adults. Jasmine Wheatley with honors. Caitlin White with honors. Megan White with honors. Savannah Wright with honors. Savannah is also receiving a Nova Scotia High School graduation diploma for adults. Afton Wynn with honors. Mr. President, the graduates in continuing care. For the information of the audience, those students whose names appear in the program but who are unable to be here with us today are automatically admitted to their respective certificates or diplomas. Mr. President, the candidates for the Certificate in Law and Security. Hayden Boutlier. Nicholas Crookshank. Sean Dean. Tristan DeLong. Tyler Ferguson. Christopher Furzer. Chelsea Hutchinson. Lacey Soller. Nicholas Terrio. Brittany Worthington. Mr. President, the graduates in law and security. Mr. President, the candidates for the diploma in child and youth care. Brooke Carter. John Chalapowski. Scarlett Kleik. Taylor DeKoff. Haley Hilchey. Allison Kennelty. Jennifer Lohr. Caitlin Mooney. Alyssa Wright. Aaron Wright. Mr. President, the graduates in child and youth care. Mr. President, the candidates for the diploma in criminal justice. Holly Bootlier. Good to see you here. Matthew Fougier. Travis Hutchinson. Celia Jones. Bailey Kaiser. Bonnie McIntosh. Jessica McKay. Ryan McNeil. Kyler McCullough. Brianna McGee. Rowan McNutt. I have been. Ji-Yun Park. Shelby Pratt. Summer Ran. Emma Singer. Or that one, or that one. Nicholas Tennette. Jordan Wynot. Ryan Yould. Mr. President, the graduates in criminal justice. Mr. President, the candidates for the diploma in practical nursing. Taylor Brown. Angelina Crow. Amber Dearman. Jennifer Denny. Sydney Ellis. Zoe Francis. Rebecca Gilby. Bria Harper. Samantha Kaiser. Yes. Congratulations, guys. Virginia Leonard. Jessica McGilvery with honors. Allison Mailman. Madison O'Connor. Alandria Petty. Victoria Shaw with honors. Tiffany Taylor with honors. You got lipstick on yours, too. I know. Jenna Thompson. Martha Wall with honors. Jessica Weatherby. Mr. President, the graduates in practical nursing. Mr. President, the candidates for the Diploma in Recreation for Healthy Communities. Lynn Dennis. Shauna Lee Johnson. Brittany McDonnell. Mr. President, the graduates in Recreation for Healthy Communities. Mr. President, the candidates for the Diploma in Social Services. Lakin Betts with honors. Peyton Blakey. Ashley Bonnell with honors. Alisa Brown. August Carter. Rebecca Clark with honors. Brandon Collette. Rebecca Camo. Yeah! Woo! Jessica Davis with honors. Amanda Dodsworth. Allison Donovan. Oksana Doucette. Courtney Frazier. Sarah Frizzell with honors. Sheldon Jihu. Caitlin Keddy. Mackenzie Kinney. Emma Levesque. Athea Lockyer. Kristen McCollum. Rachel Ann McClellan. Stephanie Nesbitt. Laura Plakers. Kelsey Purcell. I'm ready. Cassandra Roy. You're only getting one. Hannah Sampson. Starting to relax. Maggie Sutherland. Celine Timot. Clay Tremere. Mr. President, the graduates in social services.
You'll be fine. Good afternoon. I'm Karen Gillespie, Academic Chair for the School of Business and the School of IT and Creative Industries. Mr. President, I present to you the following candidates who have completed all the requirements for credentials in the School of Business. Mr. President, the candidates for the Certificate in Medical Office Administration. Laura Bartlett. Rachel Brodigan with honors. Christina Chudley with honors. Michelle Curry. Jenny Gelatley. Kyle Henderson with honors. Brooke Johnstone. Kiara Nee. Jesse Logan. Mattia McLean with honors. Vanessa Millen. Debbie Paquin. Wendy Rogers. Abby Roy. Dawn Ann Roy. Taylor Shea. Cameron Spence. Cassie Stone. Kimberly Stone, with honors. Mr. President, the graduates in Medical Office Administration. Mr. President, the candidates for the Diploma in Business Administration. Veronica Abraham. Michaela Hare. Thomas Gelata. Juliana Kennedy. Mr. President, the graduates in Business Administration. Mr. President, the candidates for the Diploma in Business Administration, Accounting. Thomas Fiander. Gregory Rutledge, with honors. Brandon Sherry. Mr. President, the graduates in Business Administration, Accounting. Mr. President, the candidates for the Advanced Diploma in International Business. Allison Avery. Kayla Beck. Jeremy Casey, with honors. Megan Correa. Nathan Goodwin, with honors. Catherine Hamilton. Jean-Marie James. Victoria Laffin. Jessica Laboutier. Invited guests, it is a tradition at Nova Scotia Community College that when a faculty or staff person has a family member graduating, we offer him or her the opportunity to participate in the ceremony and present the credential. Philip Mack joins us now to present his daughter, Emily Mack, with the Advanced Diploma in International Business. Amanda Piravolos. Haley Ripley, with honors. Winifred Simpson, with honors. Brittany Thomas. Mr. President, the graduates in international business. Mr. President, I present to you the following candidates who have completed all the requirements for credentials in the School of IT and Creative Industries. Mr. President, the candidate for the Diploma in Digital Animation, Femi Odusanya. Mr. President, the graduate in digital animation. Mr. President, the candidates for the Diploma in Digital Animation 2D. Jillian Butler. Nicholas Glosson. Nathaniel Hammond. Addison Johnston. Hae-sun Kwan, with honors. Nicole Manthorn. Haley McDonald. Elizabeth Morneau. Jenna Miles. Griffin Osmond Roberts. Vanessa Tardif. Mr. President, the graduates in Digital Animation 2D. Mr. President, the candidate for the Diploma in Digital Animation 3D, Cole McKinnon. Mr. President, the graduate in Digital Animation 3D. Mr. President, the candidates for the Diploma in Game Development Generalist, Simon Forsyth. Jonathan Knock. Brandon Miller. Chandler Wawrinka. Luke White. Michael Wills. Mr. President, the graduates in game development, generalist. Mr. President, the candidates for the diploma in game development, 3D modeling, and motion capture. Jordan Cameron, with honors. Corey Sullivan. Mr. President, the graduates in game development, 3D modeling, and motion capture. Mr. President, the candidates for the diploma in information technology, systems management, networking. Donald Garrity, with honors. Liam McNeil, with honors. Aaron Rogers. Mr. President, the graduates in information technology, systems management, networking. Mr. President, the candidates for the diploma in information technology, web programming. Andrew Crow, with honors. Kim LaCrue joins us now to present her son, Robert LaCrue, with the Diploma in Information Technology, Web Programming, with honors. Jessica McLeod. Jason McNamara. Matthew Patriquin. Elliot Seward, with honors. David Weatherby. Mr. President, the graduates in Information Technology, Web Programming. Mr. President, I present to you the following candidates who have completed all the requirements for credentials in the School of Access. Mr. President, the candidates for the Nova Scotia High School Graduation Diploma for Adults. Jennifer Atkinson with honors. Beverly Brace with honors. Alicia Brooks with honors. Michael Kleik. Melissa Faulkner. Jenna Hiltz. Aaron Johnson. Alyssa Kaufman. Ryan McKenzie. Jolene Marr. Fallon Maxner with honors. Hayden McCulley. Joan McDonald. Devin McNutt. Blake Otterson with honors. Michaela Penny, with honors. Tina Pittman. Chris Pratt. Terry Robinson. Judy Rushton. Josh Surratt, with honors. Dustin Whidden. Dakota Wolf. Mr. President, the graduates in the Nova Scotia High School Graduation Diploma for Adults.
Mr. President, the candidates for the Certificate in Academic and Career Connections. Cheyenne Davis. Sarah Nelson. Rebecca Wallace. Mariana Woods, with honors. Mr. President, the graduates in Academic and Career Connection. Mr. President, the candidates for the Certificate of Completion in Achieve. Rebecca Lynn Brown. Connor Campbell.
Go, David. Go,
David. David Duncanson. Charles Eagles Forbes. Haley McGregor. James McDonald. Austin Myra. Rachel Reed. Mr. President, the graduates of Achieve. Mr. President and invited guests, I present to you the 2018 graduating class of the Truro Campus NSCC. Woohoo!
Good afternoon. My name is Ann Walker, and I'm the Manager of Student Services with the Truro Campus. Over the past month and a half, academic programs and schools have celebrated student success by having personalized events to honor individual and class successes. Congratulations to all of you graduating today who've received bursaries, scholarships, and awards throughout your time here at NSCC. And it now gives me great pleasure to announce this year's major award winners. Our first two student awards, the Governor General's Academic Medal and the Nova Scotia Community College Gold Medal, acknowledge the highest academic achievement earned by a student. We now welcome Lenore Zan, MLA, to the front of the stage to present the Governor General's Medal. This is awarded to a graduating student who's achieved the highest academic standing in a diploma program. The recipient is Robert LaCrue of the IT Web Programming Program. We now welcome Anna Burke, Vice President Academic, to the front of the stage to present the Nova Scotia Community College Gold Medal. This is awarded to a graduating student of a college certificate program who's achieved the highest academic standing. The recipient is Afton Wynn of the Continuing Care Program. Our next two student awards, the Board of Governors Award, Board of Governors Award is, lost my stuff here. Excuse me. I will now welcome, Catherine McLean, Vice President, Campus and Communities, to the front of the stage to present the Board of Governors Award, which is awarded to a graduating student of a college diploma program who's demonstrated outstanding academic achievement and contributed to campus and/or community activities. The recipient is Hasten Kwan of the Digital Animation Program. We now invite Don Bureau, President, to the front to present the President's Award, which is awarded to a graduating student of a college certificate program who's demonstrated outstanding academic achievement and contributed to campus and/or community activities. The recipient, Caitlin Pitts of the Continuing Care Assistant Program and the Adult Learning Program. Our final award, the NSCC Alumni Rising Star Award, is awarded to a graduating student who embodies the NSCC alumni tradition of excellence and ambassadorship, and whose extraordinary contributions have inspired a sense of community and pride on campus. I invite Dylan Thomas McKay, NSCC alumni, to the front of the stage to present the Alumni Rising Star Award. Our recipient is Kayla Beck of the International Business Program. Mr. President and invited guests, the award winners for Truro Campus, Nova Scotia Community College 2018. I now have the distinct honor of introducing this year's valedictorian, Jean-Marie James. Jean-Marie was nominated this year as the Truro Campus Valedictorian and was chosen to represent the class of 2018. She's a graduate of the International Business Program. Jean-Marie is described by her faculty as someone who's considered Truro Campus her community. During her time with us, she has demonstrated a commitment to her academics, been a volunteer, as well as a role model for her peers. Jean-Marie, I invite you to come and share your message with your graduating class.
Good afternoon, honored guests, faculty and staff, friends and family, and most importantly, fellow graduates of 2018. This is a moment in time that can never repeat itself. We need to seize this day, this year, this moment. As an international student from Jamaica, my journey brought me to this quaint, friendly, and brilliant town in Nova Scotia. A journey to embrace, reflect upon, and want to navigate and chart my course in life. It is with great honor and appreciation that I stand here today representing the class of NSCC Truro Campus as this year's valedictorian. People often ask me, why NSCC Truro? But now that my journey here has come to an end, the better question is, why not NSCC Truro? The answer to this question is gathered here today. People often say, life is a journey, not a destination. And today marks a step further along our journey to success, passion, and leaving our mark on this world. The essence of my message is to highlight the importance of being your own unique self with the realization that the world is yours to own, to conquer, and flourish in without fear. So dare to stand out, be different, bloom. For many of us, Our first experience here at NSCC was the Quad Cup, a game of teamwork, discipline, resilience, courage, and insight. Little did we know that this game would prepare us for our academic pursuits. The sense of determination we used to be victors or to build our team was the same we applied to our studies, and the same reason we stand here today as graduates. We are no longer separated by our faculties, but together as alumni of this great institution. The great humanitarian Nelson Mandela once postulated, education is the most powerful weapon we have, and it can be used to change the world. With this in mind, I urge everyone, be your own unique self. The world needs your skills, your knowledge, your attitude. As Oprah Winfrey once stated, speak your truth, as it is the most powerful tool we have. But I would further say, speak your truth, believe it, and live it daily. There can be no truth without education, as both are an expression of knowledge. Set a vision for yourself, as even the most brilliant mind can be wasted if not cultivated daily. Set goals, create milestones, and have a strategy in place to accomplish success. Success, however, for each of us will be measured differently. So be true to yourself. Everything you need for success can be found within you. So dare to stand out, be different, bloom. When I think of NSCC, I think about a family, from the staff in student services, to residents, to our academic chairs, instructors, and security personnel. Everyone I encountered daily was willing, available, friendly, and warm. My experience here has restored my faith in humanity. Not only will we leave here with lessons from our curriculum, but also lessons for life. Many of us forged lasting friendships and relationships that began deeply entrenched in the walls of NSCC Truro Campus, but will outlive our brief path here. I can speak for myself and numerous others that the relationship fostered here will continue to bloom and prosper even after convocation. The paths to our credentials have not been easy, but I trust they have been very rewarding. As a member of the International Business Advanced Diploma Program at NSCC Truro, I can say, and so can my classmates, that the program had its challenges, but it was worth it. Kudos to all of us graduates who stuck with it, despite the long hours in the study commons, the commutes for classes, learning how to use D2L, or sharing knowledge and class humor on Facebook. And my class did a lot of this. Imagine how many business plans, case studies, research papers, and labs we have completed. I am sure, right, graduates, that we are all pros now. To my fellow graduates, most of you may not have traveled as far as I did from another country to get here. But despite the distance traveled, we all embarked on this first step to this destination. This, however, is not our final destination, but a brief stop in our connection to further prepare us for the journey of life and the indelible mark we will leave. One of the detriments in life is the compulsion to make comparisons. Never, and I repeat, never compare the progress of others with your own. Time is only a concept, and it matters not if you started late, as long as you started and finished. So dare to stand out, be different, bloom. Some of you may go on to be employers, and others of us employees. But as my mother always told me, it matters not where you go, but bloom wherever you are planted. So I implore you to bloom. Bloom as the flowers do at the beginning of spring. Bloom as you first did at the beginning of puberty. Bloom as you first did when you realized the world had infinite possibilities, and all you had to do was conceive it to achieve it. As we complete this chapter in our lives, we go on to write the next chapter of our life story. But let us never forget the laughter, tears, successes, and failures we endured to get where we are. Never forget the awesome possibility which lie ahead into the unknown. NSCC class of 2018, a hearty congratulations to us all. We did it. Thank you.
Jean-Marie, I think the applause speaks for itself. On behalf of your classmates and invited guests, we thank you for those words of daring to be different, of daring to stand out and bloom. Thank you. I invite you to join Lex Chavanos to receive a thank you.
Well, wow, graduates. After receiving your credential on stage today, you were presented with your NSCC alumni pin, and we hope that from this point forward, you'll wear it proudly. Because as Jean-Marie referred to this, and as today is a shed your gown, your connection to NSCC does not end. Yesterday, you were students. Today, you're graduates, but forever, you'll be NSCC alumni. At this time, I just want to take this opportunity to thank the staff and the faculty and the numerous volunteers who contributed their time and energy to make this convocation such a wonderful event. Everyone, please join us for a light reception on the main level right after this ceremony. And ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the 2018 convocation ceremony. Please stand as you are and able for the recessional, and please remain standing in your seats until the party and the graduates have left the rink. And then please follow out. Thank you very much.